Thank you, Catherine. Catherine Archer, everybody. Good morning. My name is Reverend Ken Wilcox, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. If you're joining us online, we're grateful for it, but let me tell you, you can't match the energy and enthusiasm and love in this room, so you want to make sure you get here next Sunday. Well, if you are new here, I'd just like to share a little bit about us. We are a spiritual community without dogma. No dogma. We don't tell you what you're to believe. We encourage you to develop a God of your understanding, a force and power of good in the universe that you can believe in and you can put to work in your life. So we encourage you to come up with that and prove it for yourself that you are here to live wonderfully and you have this power that's helping you do that. We encourage you to practice affirmative prayer. And if you stay around long enough, we'll teach you how to do that. We want you to live the best life possible, and to make that happen, I always ask you to do one simple thing each Sunday morning, and that is to leave all your fears, your would-haves, your could-haves, your should-haves, leave all that stuff outside. Next 45 minutes or so to open up an avenue of spirit possibilities in your life. And what are spirit possibilities? Well, they're for more love, more joy, more music, more happiness, all those things in life that make us feel alive. Because that's what Spirit is doing through you and through me, showing up, recognizing itself through our love, our joy, and our laughter. So know you're in a great place this morning, and Spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. Well, we have a couple of announcements before we get going. The first one is today after service, we have our second newcomers class. If you're here, want to learn more about our community and center, stick around for that. It'll be a short class, about an hour. Everybody's welcome to attend. We have the Mystic Group. They meet at Thursdays at 10:30 every week. They're starting a new book, and it's entitled Sacred Earth, Sacred Soul. So if you'd like to join that group, just show up on Thursdays, and they'll welcome you. It's a really interesting, good group. I have a class that's starting up on February 18th, and that is the Essential Ernest Holmes. Ernest Holmes was the founder of our teaching. We have the books for that class outside. They're $15, so if you'd like to take that class, just throw an extra $15 in the plate and take one of the books home. We're presenting a play by Lee Weaver. Lee Weaver was a big, huge influence in our community, and his play was The Witness. It's all about racism and how, as a young man here in the South, he came to a better understanding about racism. So be sure to join us for that. That's going to be on February 24th at 7 p.m. Our dear beloved friend, Reverend Nancy Fagan, she's in rehab and will be there for a couple of weeks. We're writing Get Well and Thinking of You cards. We have them for you outside. Just fill one out and we'll make sure she gets them. Now, also, finally, if you're interested in coming onto our board, we have a board here who directs our mission. If you're interested in doing that, it's a 3-year commitment, but it's a lot of fun. It's an interesting thing to be on. Talk to Mike Lally. Mike Lally is here somewhere. There he is back there. Talk to him about that. And the last announcements is actually I'm going to turn it over to Carolyn Lang because she's going to come up and tell you about a wonderful program we're doing. Come on up, Carolyn.
Don, thank you for giving this time to speak to something that's just so important personally to my heart. Back in 2019, this center was awarded an international award, and that was for our community outreach. We do lots of it. We do wonderful things. The food pantry, the Venus Manley Scholarship, the Christmas gifts that we do for the children, going to the nursing homes. And another project that we've just started is these little tabs that you get on your canned goods. We're asking you to save those and bring them in. There's a bin out there for you to put them in. Mike and I went Friday and brought the ones that we've collected so far, and I wish you all could have seen the look on their faces. They went, "What? Like, we had so many." They were just so overjoyed. And what they do with these, they bring them to the recycling center, and they get money for them. they take that money, and our local Shriners send it to the national organization for transportation. And I'm especially thrilled to hear that that's one of their projects, because our grandson was burned and he was treated in Boston, Massachusetts. He was going to be helicoptered that night. And it was a storm, you know, the Northeast. Yikes. Blizzard. And our local fire department said, we'll get him there. And they got an ambulance and they brought him up to Massachusetts. So, like I said, a lot of people think, what's this little tab right here going to do? What difference does a little tab make? Some people say, what difference can I make? I'm just one person. Well, these little tabs make a huge difference in the work that the Shriners do. I'm so proud to live in a community where we have Shriners locally and that we can do this. So once again, that's who we are. That's the community that we are. And we get to, thank you. We are. I love you guys so much. And I just encourage you to please bring in your tabs, the bins out there. When I get another bucket load full, we'll be bringing them back over to the Shriners. So thank you, Ken, for supporting this mission that's so dear to us. And thank you to all of you. I know a lot of you have been bringing them in. And, oh, Diane's not here today. And I know I spoke to you. She came one day to book club with 2. And she was like, oh, I only have 2. Well, that brought me to tears because she brought them. And it makes a difference. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, and so now we got the wonderful and amazing Catherine Archer coming up to play some great music for us. Come on up, Catherine.
Something you said made me think of this song. Okay. Get my pick. It's called How Will I Know? I tried recording it once, but the place where I recorded it lost the tracks. So it's yet to be recorded properly. Beneath the ocean, there's a tiny grain of sand struggling to surface. Tumbling and turning toward its journey for dry land. It's so determined. How will I know? How will I know? How will I know? I started out 1 billion years before the sun, somewhere in silence. But I have a voice now and a soul that's just begun to find its place in time. How will I know? How will I know? How will I know? Beneath the ocean is a tiny grain of sand, struggling to surface. Tumbling and turning on its journey towards dry land, yet so determined.
Okay, and now to get our service going, we're going to have a reading and treatment. I think who's doing it today? Maureen? Pat.
My reading this morning is from Creative Mind by Ernest Holmes. The power we have within us. We have within us a power that is greater than anything that we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed and prosperous, in a new light and in a new life. Mind, all mind is right here. It is God's mind, God's creative power, God's creative life. We have as much of this power to use in our daily life as we can believe in and embody. The storehouse of nature is filled with infinite good, awaiting the touch of our awakened thought to spring forth into manifestation in our life. But the awakening must be on our part and not on the side of life. We stand at the gateway of limitless opportunity in the eternal and changeless now. Now is the day in which to begin the new life that is to lift us up to the greater expression of all that is wonderful. The word that we speak is the law of our life, and nothing hinders but ourselves. We have, through ignorance of our real nature, misused the power of our word. And behold what it has brought upon us, the very thing that we feared. But now it shall produce a new thing, a new heaven, and a new earth. And now, if you wish, close your eyes, relax in your chair. I know that today I will take advantage of every opportunity this universal power has brought into my life. I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to be with all of the wonderful people here at CSL, St. Augustine, and to hear the message from our beloved Reverend Ken. I know that I am a physical manifestation of this great power. And as such, I can create my life as I choose. Choose wisely. I say that to myself all the time. I'm so thankful for every opportunity that has presented itself to me in this wonderful lifetime. I know that it will continue, as it will for all of you. I put this into the universe by saying, and so it is.
So my talk title today is The Wisdom of the Universe. My teacher, Kennedy Schultz, he used to say that our biggest decision in life, the thing that's most important, is, are we in a loving and supportive creation, a user-friendly universe that conspires for us to know the best of ourselves? Is that the life we're leading? Or are we in a creation beyond our understanding that is seeking to crush our hopes and dreams like bugs in the dust? It's important to decide which of those environments you're in. It's important. I like what they say in Judaism. You talk to a rabbi and you ask them, how do I get to heaven? The rabbi will tell you, stop worrying about heaven. Consider and think how you can bring the wisdom of God to where you are. How can you bring heaven to earth? This is what's important. And I think a great way of doing that is to acknowledge in your life those times when you are experiencing heaven on earth. When you're with a group of friends and you're laughing so hard you have to catch your breath. When right now, if you go out into nature in the early morning, our skies are filled with singing birds. So when you're having those kinds of experiences, say to yourself, this is heaven on earth. This is heaven on earth. The more you recognize it, the more you acknowledge it, the more you will see of it. And it doesn't have to be any big, huge. It's not, you don't have to win the lottery. Sometimes it's just small. Any improvement is helpful. You know, I'm that kind of shopper. I go to the grocery store several times a week. I'm not a person that can buy everything, for a week at one time. I'm there often. And if I don't watch it, I will always end up with the same cashier. I have to be careful because I'll get her. She kind of reminds me, you remember Flo from Alice? That's kind of what she reminds me of. And when you ask her how she's doing, she's going to come up with the same pat answer, and she'll say, peachy. That's how she's doing, the same thing every time. You know she's not peachy. That's what she says. Now, she also will scan the stuff I'm buying, and she will make commentaries about what I've got. Yeah. Things like, you know they make that fat-free, don't you? So I get her a lot. And the last time I got her, I left the store and I thought to myself, why are you attracting this person in your life? I've even been in line with another cashier and they've switched them out. And she's come on. So I'm like, why are you getting her? And the idea that popped into my head was, it's so that you can help her. You're helping her. Sometimes, we go around, we're always asking for a blessing. Sometimes it's about us stepping up and being the blessing. And even when it doesn't appear to be making any difference at all. There's a wonderful line from a song. Let me see if I can get this right. The line is, solid stone is but sand and water and a million years gone by. Even if it doesn't look like we're making any progress, there's progress being made. So step up and be the blessing. The hustle and bustle of life and all the clamor we see in the world, we live in a profound truth. That each one of us stands in the shadow of a mighty intelligence that guides and sustains us. It surrounds us at every turn, but it's easy to miss out on. It's easy to let the noise and turmoil of the world to distract us. It's not until we turn from that confusion and lift our eyes to a better knowing for ourselves and to hear the whispers of this unseen friend and supporter, the presence of God itself. Dr. Holmes, the founder of our teaching, he says, we look too far away for our good. In this chapter, the third chapter of the textbook, he says, the farmer tending to his fields at dawn sees the heavenly host reflected in the golden rays of the sun. The child, innocent and carefree, frolics with spirit in the playground of their imagination. The mother cradling her newborn child feels the divine presence in the warmth of her embrace. And the fond lover sees the beloved, sees the essence of spirit in the eyes of the beloved. Our universe, spirit, God, gives to us generously, without reservation or hesitation, pouring forth its blessings on those willing to receive. But you cannot receive the blessings of the universe with clenched hands. We have to be open. And in Scripture it says, "Give and it shall be given to you in full measure, shaken down and overflowing." The generosity of the universe knows no bounds. It offers its blessings to us if only we have the courage to step up and receive, because it will not force a miracle upon us. Even God cannot create a miracle for those unwilling to receive. In our lives, there's a tapestry of beauty and truth and wisdom woven into the very fabric of our day-to-day experiences. We have the ability to tap into the depths of this wisdom and draw forth the illumination that will guide our path. However, this communion requires a deliberate connection for us to channel this wisdom. Now, it's not hard to do, but you have to do it time and time again. You constantly have to remind yourself to lift your eyes to a better knowing. And it isn't something that you have to do 100% of the time. You just have to come back to it time and time again. To commune with the mind of the universe is to recognize our place within the grand design. That we all have a right to be here. We have a right to be here. It makes no sense at all that this loving Creator would create us with hopes and dreams and give us no way to manifest them, for it to want to witness a life of despair and want. We are not isolated beings. We're integral threads of this grand tapestry, and it will not be complete without you. God will not be complete without your life and dreams and hopes. And our existence is intertwined with the essence of the cosmos. And when we realize this truth, we open ourselves up to untold blessings. We are here to witness God being made manifest through our hopes, our dreams, our desires, our love. That's what you're here to do. You are here to witness God being God made manifest through you. The wisdom of the universe, it's like a river that flows through time and space. But it's up to us to give it boundaries. Where is it flowing? Most of us just allow it to flow where it wants. This is what we call race consciousness. This is when we just give over our lives to what the world says what life is about. And when you do that, you give your life over to what I call they say. They say when you get old, you get aches and pains. They say when you get old, you can't find another partner. They say the economy is bad, not time to open up a new adventure. We don't want to live that life. We want to put deliberate intention. We don't want to, in Scripture it says, do not be conformed to the patterns of the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, by getting and accepting a better idea. And where do you think those better ideas come from? They come from Spirit. And if they come from Spirit, there's a way for them to manifest in your life with ease, with joy. So open yourself up to the best of you. Spirit is in awe of you. Spirit adores you. You are the wonder of creation for Spirit. And Spirit is there to guide and support you, to illuminate a path for you, if we will just open our eyes to it. There's so much fear that we see going on in the world right now. The news media, the insurance companies, the pharmaceuticals companies, politician and religious leaders, some religious leaders. They all peddle this fear, not for your benefit, but for theirs. For theirs. Ralph Waldo Emerson, he says, the wise man in the storm prays to God, not for deliverance from the danger, but deliverance from the fear. Fear is what cripples us. So this past week, as I was putting together the e-blessing that goes out, I know you see some of the videos. I do a lot of research to pull the right videos. And this week, one of the videos I saw happened to be about a town in Kentucky that I spent a lot of my youth in. And it was just an idyllic place. It was basically like Mayberry in the mountains. It's called London, Kentucky, and it's in a beautiful area, a little small town with rolling hills. Each year they have the Chicken Festival because this is the place where Colonel Sanders came from. No wonder I liked it so much. Yeah. You know, people who have near-death experiences, they say they're always this loving, supportive entity that comes to them. For me, it's going to be Colonel Sanders. That's going to be who's going to show up. So this is a beautiful little town, and I remember it so fondly. Here's the thing. It's the hotbed of fentanyl use right now. It is, even more than West Virginia. They got more people addicted, more people dying. They talked to a minister, and they asked him, they said, why is this happening? Why is this going on in this area? And his reply was, because we no longer fear God. This is why this is happening. We've lost our fear of God. Now, I don't want to put down anybody's belief, but let me tell you, he's thinking that these people are going to drugs because they are wicked and they just want a good time. No, they're turning to drugs because they have lost their faith in life. They've lost their hopes and dreams. They don't need more fear. They need inspiration. They need some encouragement. They need a new possibility. This is what they're looking for. And condemning them and making them fearful about an everlasting hell is not going to do any good. 2,000 years or more, we have sought to make people do good by making them feel so bad. It doesn't work. It only creates angry and fearful people. And we're seeing the results of that right now in this country. We want people to live their best life by inspiring them, by encouraging them, by getting them to realize they've got this power within that they are called to bring out that's going to illuminate the world. This is what Jesus said, Christ said in the Gospels. And he says, when you bring this gift out, you're going to provide illumination to the world. You're not here by accident. You've got a wonderful role to play. Spirit called you by name from stardust so you can walk the soil of St. Augustine. There is something mighty and wonderful for you to step up to, and you can do it. You can do it. You have everything you need to be this gift of Spirit. Spirit has not been discouraged by anything you've ever done. It's not worried about your mistakes. It's inspired and in awe of your possibilities. And it's time for us to see those possibilities as well. The mind of the universe beckons us to awaken to this wisdom, that God is one with us, calling us forward. The infinite good surrounds us, and it's ours for the taking, a bountiful feast laid out before us. It's like what Auntie Mame said. She said, life's a banquet, but most poor slobs are starving to death. It is a banquet, but you got to step up and make the plate for yourself. Mom's not going to do it. Auntie Mame's not there to do it. First of all, they'll pick healthy stuff for you to eat. You don't want that. Step up for yourself. Be a part of the banquet. As children of Spirit, we're entitled to partake in its abundance, to draw from its resources in pursuit of our highest aspirations. And how much of this good can we have? The answer is simple. As much as we embody, as much as we think we deserve, and as much as we can encourage other people to step up to. Say you have a dream, a hope for your life. When you see someone moving towards that hope and dream for themselves, take it as a blessing. Give encouragement to them. What you give out to the world will return back to you multiplied, and as I said in Scripture, shaken down and overflowing. And this is what we're here to experience, that we stand on this threshold of infinite possibilities, that life's abundance is ours to claim. So we want to embrace that wisdom that guides us, trusting in the unfoldment of the divine providence. And so we can walk boldly into enlightenment, knowing that with each step we are closer to the fulfilling of our greatest dreams. Emerson said, the only thing that limits our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. And what are our biggest doubts? That we're wounded, that we're somehow shackled, that God does not love us. This is our deepest fear. It's time for us to let all that go and to accept that we are the wonder of creation. We are here to do mighty and good works. Emerson said, get your bloated nothingness out of the way. I used to think that he was talking about bloated nothingness and how wonderful I am, how special I am. Well, bloated nothingness can also be how wounded I am, how unlovable I am, how nothing works for me. That's a bloated nothingness as well. Get that out of your way. It is our limitations, our insecurities that prevent us from accepting this greater gift. To release the shackles of doubt and insecurity, allowing ourselves to bask in the radiance of the universe's boundless love. In Scripture, it says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in Spirit's love. And opening ourselves up to receive, to become channels of this goodness right where we are, right as we are. We don't have to become all saintly to be channels of God's love. Do you know how difficult it is to live with saints? They're very kind of ornery people. Spirit can use you. Yeah, they are. I have several in my family, let me tell you. Spirit can use you right where you are, right as you are. And as you allow Spirit to flow through, these wounded places will be healed and you will become more power. You will step into the authority and power of Spirit, and the blessings of the universe can rain down upon you. So let us be the ones that show the way to love and health and prosperity. Let us be the ones to proclaim and reveal the goodness and blessings of God where we are. Let us be the ones that show the world that there's a new day coming, that this world can lay down its arms, that we can live in brotherhood and sisterhood and peace, where every child is beloved. We are the way that we're going to bring this back. And every single one of you here today, if you're here today and you hadn't walked out already, you are a wonderful blessing of Spirit. You are here to do great and mighty good. Spirit believes in you. I believe in you. And now's the time to step up and rain down the glory of the universe here now in this place. You can do it. We're doing it, and it's a wonderful and glorious thing. This is the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you.
So much there. Thank you, Reverend Ken. Three steps forward, one step back. Sometimes it's necessary to retrace your tracks. While where you're going matters the most. Knowing where you come from helps you not get lost. I've got some scars on my back, and some go far beneath the skin. But I took a deep breath and dove a little deeper till I found my joy within. Well, life's an ocean that ebbs and flows, sunny skies above and perils down below. But there'll be islands and coral reefs, harbors to rest your heart if you hold to your beliefs. I've got some pain in my past. It's part of who I am today. I made adjustments to my mast, and I chose in my own way. Raise the jib and the spinnaker now, hang on tight to the mainstay. We've got a good breeze, just the right amount, gently blowing us forward all day. Trade winds are blessing my back, brand new horizon in my sight. Hands on the helm while I tack towards a future blazing bright. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes it's necessary to retrace your tracks. While where you going matters the most. Knowing where you come from helps you not get lost.
So now's the time where we support our community, and we support this community because this place is doing some really great work. Now, you can support us in several ways. You can volunteer. We're always needing people to help with projects around here. You can do prayer work for us to envision us growing and thriving. You can also support us financially. However you choose to support us, know that you're going to be Spirit is going to reward you, and it will return to you multiplied. If you will, take your intention and place it over your heart and read with me this affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. Well, thank you for your generosity in advance. And Catherine, I know you got a great song for us.
I've done this one before, but I think it's appropriate. Well, stick with me, baby, I'll turn your money green. Oh, stick with me, baby, let's turn that money green. Show you more money than Rockefeller's ever seen. Well, if the river was whiskey, and baby, I was a duck. Oh, yeah, the river was whiskey, and baby, I was a duck. I dived to the bottom, and I never would come up. Oh, stick with me, baby, let's turn that money green. Stick with me, baby, I'll turn your money green. I'll show you more money than Rockefeller's ever seen. Oh, yeah. Well, when I was in verse makes no sense, but it's cool. Well, when I was in Missouri, they would not let me be. I couldn't be content until I moved to Tennessee or maybe St. Augustine. Oh, yeah, let's stick with my baby and turn that money green. Yes, stick with my baby, I'll turn your money green. I'll show you more money than Rockefeller's ever seen. Let's show you more money than Rockefeller's ever seen. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Barb. And thank you for your support and generosity. Your support is allowing this center to grow and to thrive, to be the beacon of light and love and hope. So we bless your giving, we bless the money, we release it, knowing it does its powerful work and returns to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. So now let's close our service. I'm going to do it with an affirmative prayer. I'm going to do it in the first person, but take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me today. There is but one God and one mind and one power. And that power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. That power created me from itself plus nothing else. I'm not all of God, but all that I am is God. So here and now, I reside in this wonderful wisdom and this intelligence and this truth. Here and now, in this sacred place filled with all these wonderful, loving souls, I now choose to know something better for myself. I choose to see myself as God sees me, not as weak and wounded, but bold and dynamic, here, called to life, to be a blessing, to witness blessings, to witness God made manifest through my hopes, my dreams, my love, and my desire, and to see the world unfold, a new heaven and a new earth right where we are, to see the weapons of war being laid down, to see the anger and turmoil and confusion dissipate, to see our nation moving forward with love and compassion, creating a new experience of humanity. We are the light of the world, and we have come to experience that light. We are here to step up and to be that wonderful conduit that we've been called to do. So this week coming up, I'm going to know myself. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to witness every blessing I see before me, and in doing so, I'll become that blessing. I am here to be that channel of God's love made manifest, and I am not turning back. I've played with the ideas of weak and woundedness long enough. This morning, I'm proclaiming the goodness and glory of God made manifest through my heart and soul, and this is my truth. Every cell of my being radiates this right knowing, and I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you with one last idea. Your life, it's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week, your job this year is go name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle Spirit is calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken wishing you many blessings. You're up.
Okay. I just feel like doing this song because it always makes me happy. Because I love to go to the beach and hang out under the pier so I don't get too much sun. But with my dog, Cappuccino. So please help me sing this if you could. Because you all know it, I hope. Maybe you don't if you're under 20. Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the road, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Oh, under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. People walking above, we'll be falling in love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk, yeah, from the park you hear the happy sound of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and Kentucky Fried Chicken they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Let's make it big this time. Out of the sun, we'll be having some fun. People walking above, we'll be falling in love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Thank you. Y'all are awesome.